Here is a topic from a Japanese internet bulletin board that we would like to introduce: what 40-year-olds regret, saying they should have done more when they were younger. The Japanese have an image of being a serious and solid people, but what do they regret? Please compare the general opinion in your countries and see if there are any differences. Let's dive in.
I should have started building assets earlier, whether through savings or investments.
When choosing a job, I should have considered stress levels, not just salary. I should have been willing to change jobs if needed. Having the courage to quit is important.
I love these kinds of discussions. I'm in my 20s, so I want to take notes for the future.
You should find a life partner by your early 30s. Don't just focus on looks, find someone you truly connect with.
Smoking and gambling become shackles in life. I regret ever starting.
If you can check off everything mentioned here, you'll likely have a fairly happy life.
I don't know how old you are, but does this mean you didn't do any of these things? How's your situation now?
I'm 42, divorced once, and remarried with one child. My annual income is 5 million yen, and I've finally saved 8 million yen. I should have started investing much earlier.
Aren't you doing pretty well for yourself?
For someone in their 40s, that sounds about average.
I might seem somewhat stable because I seriously reevaluated my life in my mid-30s, but personally, I regret realizing it so late.
That's just how life is. Learning from others' regrets is really helpful.
The part about stress levels at work caught my attention. What exactly do you mean?
If a job is so harsh it harms your health, even a high salary isn't worth it. Stress leads to wasteful spending, neglect of family due to overwork, and no real benefits. I changed jobs, and even though my income dropped to 5 million yen, I'm much happier in a better work environment.
Changing jobs can have a huge impact, enough to turn your life around. It's worth considering at least once.
The younger you are, the easier it is to switch jobs.
From my experience, being bold and taking action when you're young can drastically improve your life. Stop worrying about what others think and do what you want. Just consciously doing this made my life much more enjoyable.
I know it's important, but it's hard to put into practice.
In Japan, too many people hold back because they care too much about others' opinions. Life will pass you by if you keep worrying about such trivial things.
Once you hit your 40s, you suddenly stop caring about what others think, and your past self seems foolish for worrying.
Maybe it's a natural change from life experience. You gradually realize it doesn't matter what others think.
If you want to change jobs, do it early. If you want a side hustle, start now. Stop caring about what others or your parents say.
Seriously, not acting because of others' opinions is a huge waste. You'll regret it.
You should develop proper financial habits early. This isn't just for individuals, it's a family-wide necessity.
When getting married, you need to find someone with compatible financial values.
At the very least, sharing financial sensibilities with your spouse is crucial for smooth household management.
But be careful not to overdo frugality, life becomes dull. Balance is key. Save moderately but don't skimp on fun like travel.
In my 20s, I had zero savings mindset. My bank account was always empty because I spent my salary on drinking and pachinko. I realized I needed to save when I got married in my early 30s, but childcare and mortgages left no spare cash. That's when it hit me. I completely messed up my 20s.
Once you have kids and buy a house, it's too late. There's no room to save after that.
I'm a happy 40-something now, but if I could advise my 20-year-old self, it'd be, stop wasting money.
Wasteful spending leaves nothing behind. Develop the habit of thinking about how you use money early, and save while you can.
I'm still a student, but this is great advice.
If you keep saying, I'll save later, that later never comes because expenses keep growing.
I've been there too, but saving penny by penny in your 20s feels kind of empty.
If you're going to spend money, save it instead. The power of compound interest is strongest when you're young.
Realizing how capitalism works early and taking an interest in money is crucial.
In my 20s and 30s, I wasted money following societal norms and saved nothing. I only started NISA last year, way too late.
NISA is Japan's tax-free investment system, similar to an ISA.
You still have time before retirement. It's not too late.
After starting to invest, I deeply regretted not doing it sooner.
Same here. It's such a simple thing, but you only realize its value after starting.
That's because the stock market's been bullish lately. If it were down, you'd be saying, I shouldn't have invested.
Fair point. But if you're in it for the long term, that shouldn't matter.
You should cultivate the habit of continuous learning, even as an adult.
Manage your household finances and aim for a monthly surplus, no matter how small.
Even in your 20s with lower income, mastering household budgeting pays off later.
Habits formed young are easier to maintain. Starting new ones in your 40s is tough.
Adopt at least one healthy habit early. Poor health makes life miserable, no matter how much money or family you have.
I'm 40 this year. I regret many things, but most of all, not saving or investing. Even just 10,000 yen a month from my first job would have made a huge difference. I realized way too late.
At least you realized at 40.
I deeply regret not starting investing and asset building sooner. I began at 35, but I should have started in my early 20s.
I only ever used fixed deposits. If I'd invested, my money would have grown tenfold. What was I thinking in this low-interest Japan?
If I could advise my 20-year-old self, it'd be two things: start investing now, and don't hesitate, start job hunting.
Are you talking to me? This fits my situation perfectly. Did you end up changing jobs?
I switched 3 years ago, but I wish I'd done it sooner. All that time complaining and hesitating was wasted. Just thinking about it frustrates me.
If you're happy now with your job change and investments, that's what matters.
True, my income and assets are above average, but I could have done even better if I'd acted in my 20s. I envy the young people reading this.
I also wish I'd started investing earlier, but back then, information was scarce.
Online brokerages only became common recently. It couldn't be helped.
Saving and investing are pointless. I'm in my 40s with no savings, and I'm living just fine.
You might think that now, but it's easy to say when you're earning well in your 40s.
You're only happy because you've never seriously thought about your future.
Being old and broke is hell.
Saving in your 20s is meaningless. Spend everything on experiences and self-improvement. The returns are way higher.
I agree, self-improvement has high returns, but saving is meaningless is going too far.
As part of your beloved self-improvement, you should study long-term investing.
That's a strong comeback.
Self-improvement doesn't require huge sums. Spend time on experiences and money on financial investments. That's the best balance.
This is perfect.
People often say, prioritize experiences over savings, but saving and investing are also important life experiences.
I strongly agree.
Those who preach, spend on experiences often waste money on nonsense.
Finding yourself, trips or shady seminars are hundreds of times more pointless than saving.
Start building assets little by little in your 20s.
If I could redo one thing, I'd choose investing. Time is your greatest ally with compound interest. You can't get it back.
Investing always ranks high in life regrets surveys.
Figures.
The recent market boom probably amplified those regrets.
A survey of people in their 30s and 40s found that the top regret was not investing in their 20s. Second was not getting qualifications. Third was not traveling, and fourth was not studying.
How'd I start investing? I'm still a student and don't really get it.
Just start with a monthly investment in an S&P 500 index fund.
Any global or high dividend index fund works. The key is starting small and early.
With index investing, time is your greatest ally.
You pro-investment folks ignore the risk of losses. Some people lose everything and ruin their lives.
That's short-term trading. Long-term index investing is safe.
Stocks stabilize over time. Study properly, and you'll see why starting young matters.
If you're in your 20s, just using NISA's tax-free limit can secure your retirement.
Absolutely. At least do NISA.
Not investing is scarier than market drops. The gap between investors and non-investors will be huge.
I regret not traveling more with my wife before having kids.
With kids, overseas trips are impossible.
A screaming kid on a plane is hell.
Kids also bring financial constraints, making travel harder.
My biggest regret is not properly appreciating my parents while they were healthy. Make memories with them while you can.
I never achieved my dream of starting a business after college. Work and parenting kept me busy, and suddenly I'm in my 40s.
Marriage and kids limit your mobility.
My 30s flew by in a blur of work.
Time speeds up in your 30s.
I'm 29, turning 30 next year. The terror is real.
Cherish your time now. Your 30s will be over in a flash.
In your 40s, motivation drops for everything. Try things you're interested in while young.
In your 20s and 30s, you can push through with stamina. After 40, that's gone.
I woke up one day at 38, panicking for no reason.
If you keep delaying what you want to do, you'll never do it. Strike while the iron is hot, is real.
The younger you are when getting qualifications, the better. You absorb knowledge faster and use it longer.
I regret not studying for qualifications earlier.
What qualifications are you all getting?
I'm studying for a civil engineering license. It's already helping at work.
Qualifications related to your job are best. Financial knowledge is useful daily. FP and bookkeeping are great.
Even just reading FP books boosts motivation to save.
FP definitely motivates saving and asset building.
FP qualifications are useless.
Better than doing nothing. Otherwise, you'd just waste time on games.
Ouch. Feels like you're spying on my life.
Qualifications aren't bad, but side hustles earn more directly.
FP is about protecting your earnings.
Makes sense. I'm convinced.
Studying bookkeeping made me want to start a side business. Financial knowledge boosts earning motivation.
Didn't know it had that benefit. Good to know.
Start side hustles young. Extra income brings mental peace.
Side income accelerates asset building. It might even lead to side fire or independence.
But working on days off is mentally tough.
I'm barely keeping up with my main job.
Starting a side hustle in your 40s is hard. Learning new things gets tougher.
Starting young is best, but in your 40s, leverage past experience.
Get insurance while young and healthy. Premiums rise and coverage worsens with age.
Public pensions are enough.
If you're the sole breadwinner for a family, extra insurance might be needed.
Aim for 10 million yen in assets and a partner by 30. Young folks, work hard.
Cutting fixed costs is boring but crucial. I regret not reviewing phone and internet bills sooner.
Once you reduce fixed costs, the savings last forever. Do it early.
Cutting fixed costs in your 20s saves money for decades.
Question everything, not just spending. A skeptical mindset is vital.
This applies to all aspects of life.
If you drift through life, you'll get exploited.
I regret not using credit cards or cashless payments sooner. Cash cost me so much.
I once thought revolving payments were smart. I want to punch my past self.
Finance changes fast. Stay updated.
Some older folks keep up. It's about mindset, not age.
If I could go back to school, I'd study harder. A good university changes your life.
Japan still values degrees. Big firms mostly hire top grads.
Smart people naturally get degrees. It's not the degree that gets them hired.
Just study.
If I could time travel, I'd redo my college job hunt.
Industry choice is crucial.
Unprofitable industries stay that way. Even talented people can't earn much there.
By your 40s, switching industries is nearly impossible.
Japan locks you into a career path by your 30s. Choose wisely early.
Avoid jobs that don't grow your skills. Pick work that levels you up.
I quit government work for the private sector in my 20s, best decision ever. Office jobs teach nothing useful.
Government jobs are stable.
True, but motivation is low, and you gain no transferable skills.
Build skills at work to climb higher. Working just for pay is a waste.
You're so ambitious.
Improving skills and knowledge expands future options. Cultivate a study habit.
I was hired as a sales representative at a manufacturing firm, but I'm worried. Performance is down, and this job teaches nothing.
I feel like a cog with no growth.
How is everyone else improving their skills?
I'm in accounting, so the needed knowledge is clear.
Learn IT. You can freelance even without a company.
Think hard about your company's future. If it looks grim, switch jobs early.
I'm in my early 40s debating a 35-year mortgage. Paying it off at 70 plus is scary.
Mortgage rates are low now. Buying early beats renting forever.
Start strength training young. It boosts health and self-esteem.
Your 20s and 30s shape your health. Lifestyle diseases start there.
Alcohol, smoking, and greasy izakaya food are terrible for you.
I love fried chicken, fries, and ramen, but my 40s body can't handle them.
Occasional treats are fine.
At 42 with a family of 4, I regret not saving earlier. My 20s could have set me up better.
Skip saving. Invest in indexes.
I started investing within NISA limits. You can learn the hard stuff later. First, build the habit of saving a fixed portion of your salary.
Saving a small, consistent amount monthly is key.
Even 3,000 yen a month changes your mindset.
True, you start thinking, maybe I can save more. I gradually increased mine too.
In your 20s, experiences trump savings. You can start saving in your 40s.
Here comes the irresponsible type. If you plan to start saving at 40, you won't.
By then, wasteful habits are ingrained. Turning it around is hard.
Balance is everything. Don't lean too hard into investing, saving, or experiences.
Starting is the hardest part. The older you get, the higher the barrier. That's why starting young matters.
Exactly.
How much should I aim to save by my 40s?
Ideally, 10 million yen. That makes life easier.
5 million is already impressive.
If you're aiming for fire, aim for 30 million by your 30s.
I'm in my 20s. What's a good target?
Focus on building savings and investment habits, not the amount.
Don't rush. Small, steady investments work.
So I should invest, not just save?
Yes. At 46, I realized too late. With Japan's rising prices, cash loses value.
The gap will widen over time.
At least improve financial literacy young. The world is full of pitfalls.
Money knowledge lasts a lifetime. Early interest in finance changes everything.
Guess I can't avoid investing. I'll study and start.
That's the spirit. In a few years, you'll thank yourself.
That's all for this video. Many regrets revolved around money. While most advocated saving, some argued for spending on experiences. Personally, both sides seem like grass is greener rationalizations. Savers might later wish they'd spent more. Balance seems optimal, but it's personal. You must find your own answer. What do you think? Share your life regrets in the comments. We'll keep uncovering Japan's truths, so subscribe, like, and donate. See you next time. Bye.